there folks, it's Matt Hayson with this week's Market Wrap. Well, this market continues to go from strength to strength. I'm going to show you an auction last Saturday that was held by Mark Boas from our Balmain office. It was 9 Reynolds Avenue in Rozelle. Now this property came onto the market with an initial price guide at $2.35 million. However, with good, really strong buyer feedback, we issued 20 contracts. That guide was lifted to $2.4 to $2.5 million. Now last Saturday, 7 buyers registered at the auction. It was really good. Competitive bidding was experienced and the property selling for $2.85 million, which was $300,000 above the reserve. Now, when we assess our auctions over the last 3 weeks, we have seen an accumulation of $1.5 million in value, which has exceeded the set reserves. Now, we haven't seen those levels of competition and results at auction since the market was really at its peak back in 2016. We can see on this graph now that the auction clearance rate, as we know, in Sydney is improving. It's going back to the long-term average now, and if anything, over the last several weeks, it's exceeding that long-term average. Also, last week it is confirmed APRA have changed serviceability, removing the 7% buffer that was in play when assessing somebody's borrowing capacity. Now they are allowing banks to apply a 2.5% buffer above their own set mortgage rate, which is actually really important because currently now the mortgage levels are sitting at around 3.2%. So that means the new assessment rate is likely to be around 5.7%, which is effectively a 25% improvement in the borrowing capacity for anybody seeking a new loan. For example, if you could borrow $800,000 just 2 weeks ago, you can now borrow around $1 million, which is a significant change, and we'll see that impact flow through the market over the coming weeks and months. However, APRA have said there's not going to be any loosening of standards around the lending process, and prudence needs to be applied when going through that loan application process. So all of a sudden we've got these crazy new dynamics in the market. We've got falling interest rates, we've got borrowing power is improving, we've got historically low levels of listings coming onto the market, and actually a very strong buyer pool, all culminating in this winter looking like the very best period for sellers to take advantage of for 2019. And that leads us into this weekend, folks. We've got some great properties open for inspection, and our entire team looks forward to seeing it out and about. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next week.